I've dressed up as a Furby and I like made the gremlin noises. Like I was like, oh yeah, daddy, yeah.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Hotter Ones. My name is Ashley Matheson and today I'm here with Avery Official.
Hi.
I'm super excited to have you on this podcast. Have
I'm
you been
so
on
excited.
A lot of podcasts? I know you were on the Whatever podcast.
Yeah, I've been on that one. I've been on a few douchey ones like that. That's why I'm excited for this. I've never been on a girl's one.
It's a girly girl podcast for the boys.
Yeah.
Just getting right into it. Tell me a little backstory about yourself.
Okay, so I have a little different story. I am from Arizona, and then when I was 15, I signed a record deal with Universal. And I came out here and I was like touring and making an album and all that jazz. And then it didn't work out. And the music industry kind of fucked me. So I was like, well, it's time to get naked. And I make more money doing this. So
I was gonna say that's like if you come to LA and all else fails, there's always OnlyFans.
Yeah, exactly.
So you signed a music career. You were 15 years old.
Yeah, it was like a crazy life. Like,
what kind of music were you making?
It was like pop rock, like Avril vibes.
I was just gonna say,
obviously you can tell I'm
Avery.
obsessed. Yeah.
I love that. Working with Universal, how was that?
It was rough. They were like constantly telling me I was fat and I would have people like watching me to make sure I didn't like eat anything. Yeah, so then I started like sneaking out in the middle of the night and like binge eating Pop-Tarts, and it was kind of it was a lot of pressure for a 15-year-old. It was like I was like living my dream and meeting all these celebrities, but at the same time I was like very lonely and I couldn't like eat Pop-Tarts.
I could imagine that so much. Like, how does somebody tell you you need to get skinnier? You're already like the tiniest little thing.
Yeah.
That's horrible. Well, do you prefer this over doing music?
I miss music. I actually am going to start doing it again, but not in a way where I'm trying to be famous, because that was just too much. Yeah. But I prefer this because I am my own boss and I don't have creepy fucking old men telling me who I'm supposed to be.
I get that. I feel like a lot of people, especially in our industry, don't have that. Like, well, girls who do OnlyFans do, but like the porn industry, sex work industry, you normally have a man hovering over you, telling you what to do. So OnlyFans, I love it. I love being
It's amazing. Yeah. It's like the best thing that could have happened for us. Yeah. Yes. It is so empowering.
Yes. So how long have you been living in LA? Since you were 15?
Yeah.
What was like the difference between living in Arizona versus living in Los Angeles?
I call Arizona like a desert where dreams go to die. I just think there's nothing going on. And here it's like anything is possible. You look out at like the Hollywood sign and you drive on PCH.
Yeah. Did you live in like a small town?
Yeah, I lived in a small town. Yeah. So like everyone, like my teachers will like hit up my family.
That's crazy though. That is so crazy. Like people care enough to tell your family.
Yeah. My dad only found out about my OnlyFans because his friends like sent it to him. And I'm like, why are your creepy ass friends like watching me?
Yeah, who's in the wrong in this situation? Me for doing the OnlyFans or your friends for buying?
Yeah, and then like all my teachers are like harassing my family, like, bro,
they need to get a life.
Yeah, I think they just assume they're like, oh, this is so sad. She must be like miserable.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I'm supporting myself actually. And
100%.
Able to afford a good life.
Were you like open from the start about your career with your parents, or was it
No, my dad was like helping support me financially because I was pursuing music and it like wasn't going well. So I was like an Uber Eats driver, which you can't live in LA if you're an Uber Eats. So then I was like kind of lying about it and like using the money to like get tattoos and do fun things.
As one does at that age.
Yeah. And then he found out and he was like livid, and then that's when I like broke out on my own and like really went for this full time. But it was stressful because I was like, okay, now I have to like fully support myself. I don't have help.
Yeah, thank God for
OnlyFans. But it was the best thing ever because it was so like bad for my self-confidence to have to like call my dad and ask for money.
Oh yeah.
And even though like I know I'm so lucky that he did that. It forced me to grow up.
Oh yeah. Financial freedom, I feel like matures you quicker than any other experience.
Yeah.
like more money, more problems is so valid. Like you really have to learn. It's not just like, oh, I have all this money to spend. Like the first time taxes come around and you have like your OnlyFans earning, you're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I remember the first time I had to pay my taxes, I didn't know how much I was gonna have to give the government because of how much I was making, and I spent like all of it, and then I had to play catch up for a couple years.
Yeah, I kind of did that this time around, and then like I've chose like the wrong tax people, and they like fucked up my taxes so bad. Yeah. So yeah, we're learning.
Everything's a learning experience.
Yeah,
we're just girls.
We're just girls. I know. I was like, I just am like getting naked. Why do I have to like calculate what percentage I owe the state of California? This is nuts.
How am I supposed to know that?
Yeah.
So living in LA, like, what is your day-to-day looking like?
I guess like a lot of days I'll just be like shooting TikToks with my friends, or laying in bed editing content. It's like pretty chill, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not. Are you a big partier or?
No, I got over that.
Yeah,
I used to, and it was just like a dark life, you know, just like going to clubs and having sex with random people, and now I just like want to be at home, like streaming or like an online girly.
I like started coming out here in 2021.
Yeah.
And every time I'd come out here, the only thing we would do was party. And then I'd go home and I'd have my reset. But now that I live out here, like, you could not pay me enough money to go to a party.
Really? Your
hate
homebody?
Going out. I love staying in.
Okay.
I would like way rather smoke weed and watch TV.
That's me too. Me too.
Like, I get so comfy and like I'm like looking at everyone's stories. I'm like, I have no FOMO whatsoever. I am content like this.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't even need to be taken on a date. I'm like, if you want to just come over, we'll smoke and Netflix and chill.
I feel that. So speaking of Netflix and chill, how are your relationships out here?
God, it's been hell. They have put me through the ringer, actually. I don't know if it's LA. I don't know if it's because of what I do. People just assume that they, I don't know, I attract certain kind of people. Yeah. But also I always go for musicians. That's the problem.
Ugh. I did that once. Never again. Never again.
I can't stop. I don't.
It's your kind.
Yeah. So
pretty quiet. Have you gotten into any relationships?
I've had relationships, but they were like really, really toxic. And I've never been in love though. I just like settled, you know?
Yeah.
Because I was like, I don't want to be alone.
Yeah.
And we do that shit.
Yeah.
And now I'm like not gonna settle, which means I've been single for a long time.
Yeah,
everyone
honestly,
sucks.
I feel so lucky because I had a boyfriend out here before I moved out here.
That's the key. You cannot find them here.
Yeah, and like he's from here, or not from here. He lives here, but he's not from here, and he's not in the scene that I do at all. He makes clothing.
Oh, that's perfect.
You know, like not a big social media presence, nothing where we kind of overlap when it comes to our careers. We have very like different paths.
That's good. I feel like it's better when the girl is like the star. Like, when a guy is like trying to be in front of the camera, I don't know. It's like, honey, there's only room for one star here.
I'll give it to him. He's way funnier than me. He gets nervous when it comes to like posting and stuff.
Yeah, I love hearing about love. It gives me hope.
Trust me, like when I started this job, I think my biggest fear was I was never gonna find somebody that respected me enough. Like I always felt, oh, I'm doing OnlyFans, so it's okay that my boyfriend slut shames me, or my girlfriend like thinks that she could go do whatever because I'm doing OnlyFans. So like I have the leg down, they have the leg up. But finding somebody that actually like respects what you do for work, doesn't get jealous of it, doesn't like
that's amazing.
Have any negative thoughts towards it. It's beautiful. I love it. I absolutely
Wait,
love
I have to ask, just because I like have to ask everyone that's in love. When did you know?
So funny. I kid you not, the first night that I met him,
oh my God, that's
I knew I was gonna marry this man.
Oh
like I was like, oh my God. Like it was different. My mom used to always tell me like, when you know, and I'd be like, yeah, sure. You've been with dad for 30 years, fine. But it was weird. It was like an overwhelming sense of like security as soon as we met each other. Yeah. And I mean, it was a couple months of like talking back and forth without meeting. And I thought that he was just like an annoying guy that wanted to bang and leave. Aww. But he stuck around, and that was like almost 2 years ago.
That is so cute. Okay, I love hearing that.
Yeah,
I'm happy for you.
All right. So we were talking a bit about podcast. Your experience on the Whatever podcast, what was that like?
I don't know why I put myself through that. Yeah, it was just like some, old men telling me that I'm never gonna find love because I have an OnlyFans. And it kind of hurts because like my parents tell me the same thing, not in like a mean way. They're like concerned.
Yeah.
But it hurt. Like I left feeling so icky.
Yeah.
Because there's a part of me that's like, is that true?
Yeah.
They just bullied me the whole time.
Literally, I remember I was supposed to go on almost like a year ago. And I was like super excited. Okay, just doing like your average podcast. And I was like, maybe I should like look into it. And I watched the first like 3 videos on their Instagram. And I was like, this seems horrible. This literally just seems like men slut shaming women and then getting upset that the women get upset.
Yeah, we're like not allowed to fight back. I just like laid there and took it. Like, okay.
Oh, was there any like jaw-dropping moments when you were on where you were like, is this real? Did he just say that?
Yeah, I mean the whole thing, I was just like, I gotta get out. Like it was like, I felt so sick to my stomach the whole time. But then I did it again because I got followers from it. And then after the second time, I was like, no, I'm not putting myself through this again.
Yeah.
Because they also like made it kind of clear that they're using me for my pink hair. Mm-hmm. Because they like, it gets like clicks.
Yeah.
So I was like, you're not using me for my hair.
I don't know whose idea that was. I don't know who started the trend of like men hating on women on a podcast.
Yeah.
But I feel like I see a lot of that. And it's like, do you have nothing better to do with your life? Yeah. And they're all still single.
Exactly. That's the thing.
And they're going to look at you and be like, you can't find love. You can't do this. And it's like, where's your girlfriend?
Exactly.
Oh, what weirdos. So you would never go back on?
No, they hit me up like last week and I ignored it. I'm done.
They got so mad. I canceled on them day of.
Good, I'm glad.
And he was like, I hope you know that like we will never want to do business with you again. And I'm
Ew.
like, business? I'm not getting paid. Like I was about to drive 3 hours to go and get yelled at by you. Like no, I'm not.
Yeah, he's got a little attitude.
So speaking of hair and your pink hair, has it always been pink or have you gone through like a bunch of different colors?
I've done everything. I started when I was 7. So I have like no hair left and this is like fake now.
What has been your favorite color?
They definitely were sticking. Yeah, my hairstylist like won't let me. She's like, you have to stick to something because you're ruining your hair. So this is my color forever. I'm gonna get married with this.
So have you been like every color of the rainbow?
Yeah, green was not a good one.
I did the green, I did the blue, and I went bald after because I was like, just put bleach over top of it, like get it out. You have so many fun tattoos.
Thank you.
What is your favorite tattoo?
I love my Pop-Tart SpongeBob demon. Because it like reminds me of when I would like sit on the curb like binge eating Pop-Tarts, sneaking out.
Where do you get all the inspo for your tattoos? See a lot of cartoon characters.
There's like a lot of I like to collect like creatures. It's like my army of misfit creatures.
Aww.
I don't know, like makes me feel less like I have like lots of creatures at home too.
I don't care how old
less
I
alone.
am.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the store and I'm gonna see something fluffy and be like, you're coming home with me.
Yeah.
That's
same. I spend too much money on like custom Furbies.
Yeah. Oh my god.
They're like mutants.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I love it.
I used to have a Furby growing up. I got my hair cut in like you know how some of them like walk.
Oh my
like
god, because they're satanic.
And I literally it like went up into my hair.
No,
and I was
that
like,
is fucked.
I was like, after that, all of the like animatronic toys, I was like, I don't fuck with those.
That's traumatizing.
Let's talk about your height real quick.
Yeah.
4'10".
Yeah.
I'm 5'10". So I'm like
we're gonna be so cute together.
I know. I'm like a full foot taller than you. But
that's really cute.
Have you always been this tiny? Like
I haven't grown since I was 10. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I used to be like on the basketball team when I was 10 and then I stopped growing and I wasn't allowed to play anymore.
That's so funny. I've been this height since I was like 12 and it
Oh my god.
High school?
It sucked, really?
It was horrible. I mean, I shot up before everybody else.
Oh, and all the men.
Literally all the men. But it weirdly warped me now where like I can't date a tall man.
I also find that tall guys can be kind of assholes. I don't know. Because they're just like, yeah, I'm the shit.
Yeah.
They just have that swagger.
Like if anything happened and my boyfriend decided to turn on me, I could take him in a fight. That's important.
That's amazing. I never thought about that.
I'm like I kind of have the leg up on him because I got the height.
Yeah.
We talked a bit about what made you want to start doing OnlyFans, but when did you realize like, oh my gosh, like this is a career that I could keep doing and like survive off of and make good money off of?
Honestly, like the first night that I opened my page, so like I already had a fan base for music, and so I posted it and I made like 10 grand in like a couple hours off of like a lingerie picture.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, yep, this is it. I'm done. Yeah, I'm done with Uber Eats.
It didn't take long for you to be like, all right, this is the life plan. This is what we're doing from now on. I love that. The first night I feel like is such a nerve-wracking night too, because you're like, oh my God, am I putting these pictures out here?
I was terrified. Yeah. I was like all alone. I like didn't really have friends at the time too. So I was like really scared that I was ruining my life. And now
I literally, it's like a cheat code, you know, in The Sims where like you could like type ka-ching
motherload.
Yeah,
I did motherload.
All of the money goes in. That's literally what it felt like. And like
that's how it feels. Yeah.
I used to play Sims like religiously, and my favorite thing to do was like decorate the houses.
Me too. And then I would leave them to die. But
yeah, I didn't care about that. But then when I started making money, I literally like, I'm not a big spender, but like where the majority of my money goes is into my home, making it look all like fun.
It's so cute.
I'm just living out my like Sim reality.
It's amazing.
What's something you love about this job, and what's something you hate about this job?
I love the freedom. You know, I love that I'm my own boss. I love like collabing with other cool girls. Like sometimes they're awesome and I make really good friendships. The bad, I would say it can be hard on my body sometimes. You know, I do BG and everything and like just like so sensitive. So it can be hard. And
you're tiny.
Yeah. So yeah, my body just reacts badly to things. But also, wait, there was another thing. I feel like I just picked up your Canadian accent too. Also, I'm
like, you're the first one that's noticed.
I'm just like seeing it slip out a little. It's reminding me of Avery, which is hot.
Love that.
But yeah, the other thing is that I don't know. It's not a bad thing, but it's like it is kind of 24/7. Like I'm always scrolling, looking for ideas. Yeah. I never stop thinking about it. I never like clock out. Yeah, which is like exciting and it keeps me alive and thriving. It gives me purpose, but it's also sometimes like being on your phone that much is a lot for your brain. It like rots.
I'll like catch myself like comparing the crap out of myself to other girls too who do it. I'll be like, oh my God, they have so many more likes than me, like they're probably doing so much better. Like, and I don't ever look at like my success and be like, oh, I'm proud I did this. It's always like, oh, I think I could do better, or
it's never enough.
It's weird. And you would think like, okay, what we're doing, like we must not care that much about ourselves. But I'm like, no, if I'm gonna do this, I need to be the best at it. Like
that's exactly what I said. That's why I've made like Furby porn videos and like Shrek porn, because I'm like, I have to be proud.
I have to do something different. I have to be original. It's almost like a toxic little loophole you get yourself into, but at the end of the day, I would not trade it because of the freedom that I have financially, like being my own boss, all of that stuff. So,
I wouldn't trade it either.
I totally agree with you. So you said you do a little bit of boy girl. Do you prefer doing boy girl, or do you prefer doing like girl? Do you do any girl?
I do. Yeah, I do everything. I guess I prefer a dick inside of me. I like to be filled up. What can I say? But yeah, I would say it's my favorite. But I don't do boy girl like super often because I am very picky about the guy. Yeah, for sure. Like I need to feel comfortable. Ideally, I would have like an OnlyFans boyfriend. Yeah. But that just hasn't happened yet.
I feel that. I do envy those who, I mean, like every now and then I'll like call my boyfriend and I'm like, hey, could you like spank my ass with this paddle and film it? That's but like he's like, it's not me. I can't make content. Really? It's just not me. And I'm like, fair enough. But
he has everything else, so I guess you can compromise on that.
100%. So you're saying you do Furby porn and
I've done, so like I've dressed up as a Furby and I like made the gremlin noises. Like I was like, oh yeah, daddy, yeah. And like my fans had to record themselves like coming with the sound onto it. And then they like got a prize. It's like a fun little game.
That is freaking iconic. I love that. What about for the Shrek porn? What noises were you making during that?
That I was just like, I had a Shrek cardboard cutout and then I got like a big giant ogre dick. So I just got like fucked by a big green. I had like a friend help me like moving the cardboard cutout.
Behind the card, but that is so funny. Oh my God. Yeah. What is like, do you take custom?
Yeah, I do customs.
Do those get a little weird?
Yeah, I've had some weird ones. Like somebody wanted me to like ship my poop to them. But first of all, I think that's illegal. I'm pretty sure. But I was like, if I like even go to like scoop the poop out of the toilet, I'm gonna throw up. Like I can't.
What are you gonna do with the poop once you have it?
That's what I don't know. He wouldn't tell me.
Oh, I was thinking you were gonna say, oh yeah, they want me to cosplay this. No, they want you to ship your poop.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Sorry, yeah, we're getting real freaky on here.
Oh my gosh. Well, your fans seem fun.
They're fun. Yeah, they're fun.
All right. Well, speaking of weird kinks, do you have any weird kinks that you perform on your OnlyFans?
I definitely like being tied up. I like, definitely have like a 50 Shades of Grey kind of fetish, which isn't that weird.
No, I would say that's pretty common.
It's pretty common. I maybe have like a slight kidnapping fetish, that one is weird. Weirder. Yeah, so
I feel that. I don't know. I feel like also like growing up, like watching porn sometimes could like totally shift your reality of what you think like attractive sex is. You know what I mean? Like I know some people who like would watch really hardcore porn and then like wouldn't be able to get like turned on unless that was happening. And I feel like sometimes I'm like a victim of like the porn that I watch influencing the way that I like feel in the bedroom.
Are you like hardcore?
No, but definitely weird stuff.
Okay.
Like I'm more of like the other person needs to like really be turned on for me to be turned on. Like I need a little bit of edging. I need a little bit of noise before it's like my turn to get going.
Men moaning is so hot. Oh my God.
That's like, I'm like, don't look at my search history.
Yeah.
So being tied up, your BDSM kink, what do you think the craziest thing you've ever done in the bedroom is?
Oh my God, the craziest thing I've ever done. I don't know, had sex with someone I didn't want to. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, because to me, like now everything is normal now that I've done it. Like being tied up is normal. Yeah. Threesomes are normal to me. Yeah. Have you done anything crazy? I'm like, maybe it'll jog my memory.
I think the craziest thing that I've done in the bedroom is have it not be in the bedroom and like do it in public.
Have you done it in public?
Yeah.
What was that? Like where?
We were at a bar. And we went into the back of the bar where like all of the extra stuff was kept, like cups and stuff like that. And I was wearing a skirt and I just pulled my little skirt up and we did the deed. But like when it comes to the bedroom, I don't know. I've like used, my favorite toy is like a leg spreader. The ones where like
what the hell
it's like
is that?
A bar and you're like your legs get like tied up on the side so you can't like close your legs.
That is hot. I need to get a leg spreader.
I have some fun toys. I'll say that.
I'm gonna get the leg spreader for sure.
Yeah,
because I need to be
worth it.
Like,
because I'm
strapped down.
Like as soon as I start like climaxing, I'm like, okay, move away. Let it. The air will finish the job for you.
Really? Okay, I'll have to let you know how that goes for me. That did jog my memory though. I had sex on the beach once, but it tasted like fish. It smelled like fish. I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah.
It seems romantic in theory.
But
it's really fishy.
I literally, after going to the beach, the amount of like sand in my crevices,
and that I definitely got
to think to put
UTI.
It in.
Yeah, don't do it.
All right, well, that's the majority of the questions that I have for our first little portion. How are you feeling?
I feel good.
Yeah, I feel like I know you a little bit better. You definitely have some little quirks to you that I would not have expected.
Quirky is like, that's one of my favorite compliments, actually.
We could take a quick break now, and then we will get right into the spicy question.
Naked?
So
we're going to get naked.
Stay tuned. All right, we're getting into my favorite part of the podcast, Smash or Pass, because I am Smashly. So I'm going to ask Miss Avery some spicy questions that get progressively spicier, and she could choose to answer or not. But if she doesn't want to answer, we take an article of clothing off. It's like strip poker, but more fun.
Okay, I'm excited.
Because we get to yap.
Yay! Naked yapping.
All right, we're starting with the mild ones. These are boring, but do you have a favorite toy you like to use?
I'll pass.
She's like, let's just get naked.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Wait, do we both take it off?
Oh, yeah. I'm not letting you do